Hi executives, this is Fitz Villafuerte and here's a new episode of Man Talk Fever. Hello guys, I'm Fitz Villafuerte and I am 40 plus years old and I am a registered financial planner. I am based in Parañaque City but my office is in BGC. So kung nagtataka kayo, ano ba yung registered financial planner? Well, basically para kami mga doktor. Kapag masama yung pakiramdam mo, you go to a doctor for a medical consultation. Kung ang may sakit sa'yo ay bulsa mo, masama yung pakiramdam ng wallet mo, then you can go to people like me, mga registered financial planner, to have a financial consultation. So, as a financial planner, I've been doing this since 2012 as a profession, but I started becoming a financial advocate ng around 2007. So, almost 20 years ko nang ginagawa ito. I am a civil engineer by education. Ako ay isang civil engineer. Nag-work ako as an engineer for 6 years at nung nagtatrabaho pa ako sa opisina, naisip ko gusto kong yumaman kaagad. And syempre, Google tayo, hanap tayo ng paraan. And that's when I realized that if I want to build my wealth, if I want to become rich, I have to learn how to manage my money. So that's when I got interested in financial planning and personal finance. Doon ako nag-aral paano mag-save, mag-budget, mag-invest, etc. And along the way, doon ko na-discover na mukhang may passion ako sa financial planning. So after 6 years of working as an engineer, I decided to shift my career and went into the financial sector, in the financial services sector, and that's how I became a financial planner. Because nakita ko kung paano ako natulungan ng mga natutunan ko about money management sa career ko, and that's why I wanted to also share it to other people. As a student, syempre wala pa tayong source of income. So I would say that yung allowance na binibigay sa atin ng mga magulang natin, ng mga guardians natin, we try to make the most out of it. The first thing that we can do really is to learn how to save and budget our allowance. It all starts with knowing ano ba yung mga needs and wants natin. We have to label yung mga gastos natin kung necessary or unnecessary expenses ba siya. Of course, pag school-related, necessary yan. Pag gimmick, unnecessary. We have to learn how to categorize yung mga expenses natin. And then, kung magkano man yung binibigay sa ating allowance, we have to learn how to budget it, kung paano natin siya i-divide. So, as a student, if you want some practical tips on how to learn how to manage our money, start with paying yourself first, learn how to save. Pagdating ng allowance, tanggal ka na ng a portion of it as your savings. Tapos yung matitira, learn how to budget it between your needs and wants. And just practice because these are skills that you will use that will help you once you start working. So, important for students to learn about money management as early as they can. Kasi, yung pag-handle ng pera, it's something that you will do for the rest of your life. So, kung gagawin mo siya buong buhay mo, mas maganda, ginagawa mo na siya ng mas maaga. Plus, as a student, you are allowed to make mistakes. Diba? Kunwari, maubos mo yung baon mo, okay lang kasi hopefully, pwede ka ulit humingi ng additional na baon sa guardian mo or sa parents mo. But if you're already living with your own family, you're working, at bigla mong naubos yung budget mo, that will be a big financial problem, di ba? So at least, as a student, you are still allowed to make mistakes in money management. So take advantage of that. Okay, so yung pagiging financially responsible and enjoying your life, may term kami dyan. It doesn't have to be mutually exclusive. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka mamimili between the two. Pwede mo silang pagsabayin. Ang difference lang nung mga kayang gawin yung dalawa at saka yung nahihirapan is planning, financial planning. For example, kayong magkakabarkada tuwing summer, nag-out of town kayo. So, syempre, as early as January or February, alam mo na na, nako, summer, mag-beach kami ng mga barkada ko. So, dapat, unti-unti, nagsisave ka na para dun sa out of town ninyo. Pinaplano mo na siya, you are already saving money for the out of town trip. Para pagdating nung date na nagkakayayaan na mag-out of town, meron ka ng pera, meron ka ng allowance, may budget ka na for that out of town trip. So, ang difference lang talaga is being able to plan for the upcoming expenses. Kahit na yung gusto mong bumili ng bagong cellphone or mag-upgrade ng cellphone, wala namang masama doon. Ang problem kasi is you are not giving yourself enough time to prepare financially for that expense. Kung balak mong bumili ng bagong cellphone by Christmas, ngayon pa lang, January, February, March, di mag-save ka na ng paunti-unti para pagdating ng Christmas, pera ka pambili. So you can still enjoy life, but at the same time, you are financially responsible. And with the technique of saving at the start, yung paying yourself first, nakakaipon ka rin ng pera para sa emergency fund or for your own saving. So it's a matter of prioritizing kung saan mo nilalagay yung pera mo and planning ahead kung ano ba yung mga parating na gastos. Hindi naman kailangan puro necessary expenses yung pinagpaplanuhan natin. Maski yung mga wants natin, pwede natin pagplanuhan. So as a student, I discourage them in taking out loans or even using credit cards kasi wala ka pang source of income. Okay? So if you want to increase your financial quotient, kung gusto mo mas maging magaling sa pagmamanage ng pera, try to find ways to earn extra income. Rumakit ka. Ngayon, when you start working, that's probably the best time to think about debt. Ibig sabihin, usually kapag nagkaroon ka na ng trabaho, diyan ka mabibigyan ng mga libreng pre-approved na mga credit cards ng mga bangko. That's the time that you accept and use those. But as a student, siguro iwas muna tayo sa mga loan at saka sa paggamit ng credit card because we don't have a source of income yet. And it will actually be detrimental dahil yung utang, it's a financial tool na para sa mga marunong na mag-budget ng pera. So if you don't know the basics, then it might do more harm than good. Kumbaga sa kusina, sa kitchen, ang credit card or ang loan, ano na yan, power kitchen tool, di ba? So kunwari, high-tech na yan na kutsilyo. Bago ka gumamit ng mga high-tech na kutsilyo, doon ka muna sa basic, which is, ano ba yung basic? Learning how to save, to budget your allowance. Once you are able to master that, hopefully by the time that you graduate and you start earning, that's when you can get a credit card and be able to leverage that to your advantage. Okay. So sa panahon ngayon, marami ng mga resources online. Nandiyan ang YouTube University, yung nga sabi nila, no? And of course, nandiyan din yung TikTok. Ang sa akin, kasi personal finance, money management, napakalaking topic niyan. We think about our personal finance, ano ba yung gusto natin gawin, tapos yun yung i-search natin. For example, gusto mong matuto kung paano mag-invest sa stock market. Okay? So, yun ngayon yung i-search mo sa YouTube, i-search mo sa even TikTok, i-search mo sa Google. How to invest in the stock market even if I'm just a student. Yung mga mababasa mo, wag mo kagad papaniwalaan. Kasi syempre, marami ding fake news online. Gagawin mo, you have to be patient You search, you read yung unang mabasa mo sa Google, you watch the videos that you will see on YouTube and in TikTok, and then take notes. I-note mo kung ano ba yung mga advice and tips na parati nilang sinasabi. Yung mga common na tips and advice among these resources, yun yung gagawin mo. Kasi meron ka mapapanood na video na, dito ka mag-open ng account sa stock market. Tapos yung isa, hindi, dito ka mag-open ng account. So, hindi pare-pareho. Pero pareho sila, sinasabi nila na, bago ka bumili ng stock ng company sa stock market, kailangan mo muna pag-aralan. So, lahat sila yun yung sinabi. Then you know that's a good advice. May mga tips kasi na isa lang yung magsasabi or sa dalawa mo lang maririnig. Baka baka applicable to a certain type of person lang. But you as a student, you have to do your own analysis also. So watch a lot of videos online, read articles on the internet about the topics that you are curious about, and then curate, i-summarize mo yung mga natutunan mo, kung ano yung mga common advice among different sources, siguro mga 4 or 5 sources, then that's what you follow. So that's what I would advise if you want to increase your financial education. Ang napapansin ko sa mga students and young people, ang pinaka common mistake is that they believe that money management is something that you just do, no? What I mean to say is, they focus on the technical knowledge na paano ba mag-save, paano ba mag-budget, paano ba mag-invest, saan ba maganda mag-invest. However, I believe that personal finance is 80% behavior. Meaning, kahit na alam mo kung paano nag-work ang stock market, kaya mong i-explain sa isang PowerPoint presentation kung paano ba mag-budget, ano ba iba't ibang budgeting strategies, useless yon kung mali yung mindset mo. So, money management and financial success starts with your behavior, your habits, your mindset, and hindi siya masyadong nabibigyan ng focus. So, as a student, ang mga una mong kailangan meron kang self-awareness, yung peer pressure, di ba? Kung yung lahat ng friends mo bago yung cellphone, minsan ikaw gusto mo rin bumili ng bagong cellphone dahil peer pressure. So that's a mindset problem, di ba? For example, merong online sale, mabubudol ka. So that's already a mindset problem. You have to ask yourself, bakit ako naiinggit? Bakit ko siya gustong bilhin? Totoo ba talagang kailangan ko to o hindi? So, mag-focus tayo dun sa mga tumatakbo sa isip natin na mga questions kasi yun ang makakatulong sa atin to improve our finances. Dahil marami akong kilala, ang galing sa math, kaya mag-compute sa utak, magaling gumawa ng Excel budget sheet, no? Pero hindi nakakaipon kasi impulsive buyer. So, as a student, I think that's one of the things that you have to learn na never spend on something because you want to impress other people or because you want to feel that you belong to a group. So, if you focus on improving your self-esteem, finding friends who will not judge you based on what you wear or ano ba yung brand ng mga gamit mo, then I think you're off to a good start to improving your finances. Okay. Isang madalas kong nakikita na financial mistake ng mga estudyante is ginagawa nilang emergency fund yung mga magulang nila o yung mga guardians nila, no? Para sa akin, it's important for you to learn how to save for your own emergencies. Bakit? Kasi it's already training for real life. Because you have to understand na yung mga magulang mo, yung guardian mo, may mga iba pang gastos yan. May mga gastos pa yan para sa household ninyo, may mga gastos pa yan para sa ibang mong kapatid. Ngayon, kung meron kang need, meron kang want, at meron kang ipon, then in a way, makakatulong ka sa kanila in being able to manage the money of the household properly. So, may mga na-meet kasi ako estudyante na hindi marunong mag-save or hindi talaga nagsisave kasi inisip nila, nandyan naman si mommy, si daddy kung kailangan ko ng pera. So as early as now, try to be financially independent. And again, a strategy that you can do to save money is once na binigyan ka ng allowance, magtabi ka na kaagad ng portion sa papunta sa savings mo. That can be your emergency fund. And that will really help a lot pagdating sa mindset natin and sa habits. Huwag mo isipin na, ay, lit-lit lang na nitatabi ko. Okay lang yon kasi pag naging habit mo na yung pagsisave, by the time na magtrabaho ka, madadala mo siya, makapag-save ka na ng mas malaki. And it will really help you build your emergency fund and your wealth and savings once you start working. So as a registered financial planner, we always emphasize on building a solid financial foundation. Ang analogy namin dyan, parang bahay. Kahit na napakaganda ng bahay mo, kung pangit yung pundasyon, isang bagyo lang, isang earthquake lang, pwede siyang bumagsak. Pagdating sa personal finance and in building wealth, kung gusto mong maging matibay yung tinatayo mong wealth mo, yung tinatayo mong kayamanan, kailangan matibay yung pundasyon. At yung pundasyon na yan yung habit of saving, yung skill in budgeting, and learning how to manage your debt responsibly. And of course, kailangan alam mo kung ano yung gusto mong itayo. Kung magpapatayo ka ng bahay, di ba meron ng blueprint yan? Alam mo na kung ano yung magiging itsura ng bahay, alam mo na kung ilang floors, gaano kalaki, etc. Pagdating sa pera natin, we also have to learn how to define our financial goals. Hindi lang tayo basta-basta nagsisave tsaka nag-i-invest. Kailangan meron tayong vision na ano ba yung gusto kong mangyari? Gusto ko ba ng malaking bahay? Gusto ko ba ng mansyon? Or gusto ko ng kondo? Gusto ko bang tumira dito sa Manila? Or gusto ko umuwi sa province? Doon ba ako magtatrabaho? Gusto ko ba mag-travel? Saan? So yung mga financial goals natin, yun yung magiging inspiration natin para meron tayong motivation na mag-save at saka mag-invest. I think isa yan sa mga solution para maiwasan natin yung impulse purchases. Kung madali kayong mabudol, probably it's because wala kang pinag-iipunan in the future. So, to lay down the solid financial foundation, learn how to save, learn how to budget, don't overdo debt, huwag tayong mawili sa kaka-loan or pag-utang, and then define ano ba yung gusto mong mangyari in the future, what are your dreams, kasi yun yung kukuhanan mo ng inspiration and motivation para mag-save at saka mag-invest. Thank you for watching this episode of Man Talk Fever, and nag-enjoy ako dito. I hope ay marami ako na-share sa inyo ng mga useful tips, but if you want to continue learning sa akin, I am a content creator, so marami tayong mga social media accounts na lahat mahahanap nyo sa website ko na readytoberich.com. So, readytoberich.com, nandun na yung link ko papunta sa Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, yung link sa podcast, and even my TikTok account nandun. So, just go to readytoberich.com. That's my portal, and you can follow me on my social media accounts through the links na nandun sa website ko. So again, thank you very much for inviting me and hope to hear from you soon.